If AOC and the squad and the others want to change long-standing immigration law, they can do that because they're in Congress. But the bad news for them is this is widely popular amongst the American people. Some 73% support the proposition that immigrants should be able to support themselves and not be a strain on our welfare system. So this is long-standing. It's promises kept, promises delivered for this administration, and it'll get our immigration system back to an orderly, working process that actually serves American interests.
Well, I think Boris Johnson does have a very good relationship, actually, with President Trump and the United States. But at the same time, I think this is a strategic error of judgment by the British government. It's a very disappointing move. I think it's a high-risk, very dangerous move by the United Kingdom. So I am very, very disappointed in this decision today by the UK National Security Council. But the special relationship continues. It will continue to be robust and strong. And I think the US certainly will be applying or certainly urging the United Kingdom to reverse its stance over Huawei. And there is also a lot of opposition within Parliament to this decision by the Prime Minister today.
Well, I think the Chinese did, in fact, learn an important lesson from SARS, both domestically as well as internationally. They lost a lot of credibility, and they also helped create an internal lot of concern. Now we have this new virus, and there are a lot of very scary stories. And I think the Chinese government does want to try and limit internal panic. But at the same time, this is also an internal security issue. So I suspect that within the Chinese system, because information is always an aspect of power, it's a good question whether we're getting all of the information or not, or even whether Chinese citizens are.
There's lots of reasons to put this plan out right now. Actually getting peace isn't one of them. The number one and the most important thing is it shows the United States is a strong supporter of Israel. That's our most vital ally in the region. So it definitely strengthens that, sends a message to the Arab countries that the United States is engaged in the region and here to stay. We're not isolationists. We're not leaving. So that strengthens our hand. And the other thing is it puts pressure on Fatah, the Islamic Jihad, Hamas, because it says it's going right to the Palestinian people and say, look, the problem here is the people who are governing you. And if you get rid of them, you can have a much, much better future. And that, when you add in the pressure that we're putting on the Iranians, because all these guys are surrogates of the Iranians, it puts a lot of pressure on them. So it accomplishes a lot of things, but it's probably not going to lead to peace right now.
There's been so much uncertainty about what this deal might look like and if there'd be additional tariffs placed on our economy. And this clears up a lot of that uncertainty and will give our economy an extra boost forward. We're 10 years into a record-long economic expansion, and this agreement makes it possible for us to continue that record-long expansion into the coming years.